Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable week. Hope that your day has gotten off to a great start. I hope that you are really moving forward in all that you desire to achieve. Look, I am going to be as succinct as I possibly can in this video. A lot of people are asking me about the new program, Savage in Six. Hey, Doc. How can I possibly change my life in 6 weeks? What does it mean? What does it entail? Why should I uh, why should I sign up? And I'll tell you first and foremost. First, that this 6 week program is not a substitute for the longer programs, which are 12 weeks, 18 weeks, 26 weeks, or 52 weeks. Obviously, the longer that you're moving towards something, the further you travel. The more you learn, the more you get to make adjustments and to optimize. About 90% of my clients are on the Platinum program. The Platinum program is a 52-week program and it is $10,500. Uh, some of them came in straight into the Platinum program, others came in signed up initially for the bronze program, which is 12 weeks, got through the bronze program, was excited about the work they did, and knew they had long term work to do. And they went to the platinum program. But nevertheless, most of my clients are there. And there's so much being done in that 52-week period. This isn't that. The 6 weeks isn't that. The 6 weeks is the foundation. The 6 weeks is look how much you can change your life and literally be on the path to achieving everything you set out and literally be able to feel it, visualize it, and see the manifestation of results in 6 weeks. And that's what this is about. This is for those people who want to get the start and may not be able to sign up for a 12-week or a 52-week program, but understand that it is definitely powerful. So I'm going to tell you what happens in this 6 weeks. I'm going to tell you how the program is set up, what you're going to do when you work with me, so you get an idea of where this is going. This isn't, hey, let's talk doc and we kick it for 30 minutes type thing. This is 45 to 50-minute sessions, a lot of work in between sessions, a lot of calibration, evaluation, a lot of honesty with oneself. And let me show you how it works. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to get you to stop lying to yourself. We're going to have to get you to stop making all the excuses that you make that create these reasons, which are really truly excuses of why you can't take action now. Waiting on the right time. Now's not a good time. I'm gonna wait till the kids out of the house. I'm gonna wait till this good. I'm gonna wait till this. I need to save more. I need to save more. I need to do whatever it is that you keep telling yourself that has you sitting in this holding pattern is actually working against you, and it's not producing anything. You should always be moving towards your goal. You should always be striving and moving. Sometimes you're going to hit obstacles that slow you down. Some will actually knock you back, but you should never be sitting up there, not active, not moving, not being engaged in your vision. You should know your vision. You should be very clear about what your vision is. We're going to get into that, but you have to stop making excuses. The next thing that we work on is your thinking. You got to learn how to arrest your thoughts. You got to learn how to replace your negative thoughts with highly specific positive thoughts. Not just being positive, but being positive with a great level of specificity that is directly associated with the desired result. Where are you heading? What do you need to do? You need to stop doing. One of the things that you have to be able to do is change your thinking. Your thoughts are the seeds of your destiny. How you're thinking is producing your reality now. The life you're living now is the results of thoughts you thought in times past. And you've got to learn how to be aware of your thinking. Your thinking will produce your words. Your thinking will produce actions. Your thinking will ultimately produce your life that you're living. Does your thinking change other people's movements? No, but your thinking changes how you respond to them, how you react to them, what you're going to do about certain things. You have to have the right mindset before you can take on any of the major challenges of life, or life is going to knock you out of the box. So you've got to be able to arrest your thinking. Uh, for those of the people who are Bible readers, studies, Christians, or whatever, and whatever you're acquainted with certain ancient scripture, one of my favorite scriptures of all time, because it talks about the mind and it talks about the importance of the mind. It says that though we walk in the flesh, we do not war according to the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare aren't carnal, They are mighty in God for the pulling down strong. One of the things you got to understand is why you're operating in a third dimensional realm, why you're operating in a place where you can see and touch things. That's not where it starts. It starts in the fifth dimension. It starts in the place of manifestation. It starts in the idea of what's possible. So your limitations are only the ones you hold in your mind, but you have to be careful of your thinking. Why? Your thoughts produce reality. Let's go on to 6. It doesn't stop there. It says that the weapons of our warfare aren't carnal, but mighty in God for the pulling down of strongholds. What does it say next? Casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. So let's just say, casting down, what does that mean? Any ideas, any suggestions, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, or from outside interferences that suggest what you're striving for is impossible, suggest that you can't do it, suggest that you are in the wrong place. Anything that's moving against what you have already established, the clear vision that you have for yourself, you've got to sit up and say, okay, I'm arresting. It says bringing every thought into captivity. You got to bring those thoughts captive. You got to make them captive. What happens when you make them captive? Now you set thoughts in motion that are representative of what you have established. You have to have the right thinking. I'm telling you, you can't change your life without changing your thinking. When you start to change it, but there's a process. And I teach you this process of changing your thinking. You don't just go say, well, I changed my thinking. No, your thinking is anchored in years of subconscious beliefs that you don't even pay attention to, but govern every decision you make. How you move and how you act is based off of a subconscious paradigm or program that you downloaded years ago, and you've been operating off of that program, and you don't know why you're getting the results you're getting. It's because that program is predictive and giving you exactly what it is meant to give you. If you want to change the direction, if you want to change the results, you have to change the program. That's a process of changing the program. We're going to do that. We're going to be very vigilant in doing that. And because it's such a short, intensive program, we're going to be on it on a daily basis. Even though we may not have daily sessions, we will be on it a daily basis. We're going to have to make it happen. Okay, then what's next? You have to clarify the vision. So many people are stagnant and stuck because they don't have a clear idea of where they're going. It's real hard. You will not wander into the greatness that you're capable of having. You will not wander into an immeasurable and phenomenal destiny. You will have to be very precise and deliberate in how you set forth. And you, in order to get there, you'll have to know. Imagine a wall. Imagine that you have a dart in your hand, and there's a big wall in front of you. And on this wall, there is a specified place that if you hit this wall, everything that you could ever imagine will happen. The problem is you don't know where on the wall it is. What is the chances of you throwing that dart and hitting that spot? It's going to be difficult enough to aim at it and hit it. But if you aim at it and miss it, you get a lot closer, and then you make adjustments as you keep moving. You're moving while you're throwing, so you're getting closer, and the closer you get, the more you're going to be precise in your ability to aim and hit it. But that's what life is about. But if you don't have a clear understanding of what it is you're aiming for, it's virtually impossible that you're going to just wander into it and find that sweet spot of life that will deliver to you all the things that you desire, and all the things that will fulfill you, and all the things that will allow you to leave your imprint on this world. That is simply not going to happen. So what's next? You know, that's the important thing. You got to clarify. Then what you got to do? Here's the hard part. You got to clear out your circle. Everybody can't go where you're going. There are some people in your circle that can't see beyond where they're at. And because they can't see beyond where they're at, they can't see you outside of that reality. And they will, by nature, do everything they can to inhibit your growth, everything they can to inhibit your movement. Why? Because they see you moving to a place that they can't see themselves in. And so they will, by nature. It is not always even on purpose. It is simply, some of them will do it because they'll say in their mind, they'll convince themselves, I'm saving you from getting yourself off into something. I'm watching you. I don't want to see you disappointed. You're not ready for that. They'll lit up. If you sit up and listen to the talks of minimal-minded people, they will talk you out of your destiny. They will talk you out of the vision. They will have you sitting up, meandering through the maze of mediocrity with them, because that's where they're comfortable. You're going to have to clear out your circle. And in the process of clearing out your circle, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to initiate a circle building process. But this circle building process isn't just about finding people you like. This circle building process is about knowing what you need around you. You're going to need a person or two, at least one person around you that's already done what you're doing. You're going to have to find a way to get in proximity of this person. You may not be able to connect with them directly initially, but you need to be where you can observe them, where you can watch them, see how they move, see what they do, see how they talk, see how they think. You've got to be able to observe someone that's gone where you're trying to go. Now, after that, you're also going to need a one or two people that are headed in the same direction. You're going to also need a cheerleader, somebody who will fan your flame, somebody who sees greatness in you that maybe you don't even see. You're going to need that person. That's going to be the person that when you're tired, that's going to be the person when you're going, oh my God, man, what the hell did I get myself in? That's the person when you're starting to really apply yourself that's going to sit up there and gas you up because you need the energy, you need the encouragement. They're going to be there. You need that person. And then you're going to need one person that is behind you and wants to be where you're at. And you're going to pay what you're getting in life forward to them by bringing them forward. That's going to be the circle. We're going to talk about how you build it, how you go out and fight. You have to have the right people around you because ultimately you're going to become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. Got to be careful with that. And then what else? You're going to change your daily routine. You got to give your days meaning. You got to give your days purpose. You got to understand that you only have 86,400 seconds in a day. How you use those are going to be highly determinant in how your life turns out. You have to be aware of what you're doing and how you're spending your time. So many of you are wasting time that you never get back. You got 86,400. A great deal of that is spent sleep. So then what do you have left? You have what you have left. You got to sit up. How am I spending time with family? Family is important. It's not always about work. It's about building relationships and cultivating relationships. It's about how you operate in your marriage, how you operate in your relationship as a parent, how you operate with your friends, how you operate in your workspace. But it's got to be a meaning given. You've got to be deliberate in how you spend your time because you're not going to get it again. Outside of your mind, your time is your most valuable asset on this planet. How are you spending it? You got to deal with that. You got to have a routine daily. Number one is not just how you spend it, but how you start it. How do you start your day? That's what we do in this 6 weeks program. This 6-week program is about taking something and then giving it meaning, giving it purpose, seeing where it's at, and setting our minds to go get it. It's about being highly precise. It's about understanding that you're not just going to happen into it. It's not just going to fall in your lap. Nobody's going to sit up and say, oh my God, you got all this talent. Let me show you. You're going to have to take action. You're going to have to move towards your destiny. You're going to have to move towards your destiny with precision and with a deliberate sense of certainty. And you're going to have to be committed to it in ways that you've never been committed before. But the beautiful thing is, I promise you, if you move with that type of certainty, with that type of consistency, with that type of commitment, I guarantee you, you will make it. Finally, how do we do this? Over the course of this whole time, what we will be doing, we will be evaluating and calibrating. Or recalibrating. We will be evaluating and recalibrating. What is that? We're going to see where we're at. What are we doing? Are we where we need to be? And the thing is, when you decide where it is you're going, what you will discover is what type of person you have to be there. Because life isn't about what you want. That's where people get so confused. They get frustrated because they keep talking about what they want. But life isn't about what you want. Life is about what you become. How much work are you willing to put in? How much of a sacrifice are you willing to make? How long are you willing to be in the game in order to have that thing you want? And what happens is, as you make these intentional moves, you grow intentionally and you become something that you aren't right now. So if there are some things I want next year, I'm working on becoming the person that produces those things. That's what it is. I'm going to grow into the person I want to be 3 years from now. People ask me all the time, who is your number one hero? And I say, man, I got a lot of people I admire in business, in activism, in fatherhood, in marriage. I got a lot of people I admire. I say, but my number one hero is me 3 years from now. And, what does that mean? That means the person I see three years from now is light years away from where I'm at right now. The way they treat their wife is so much better than I am now. And I think I do an awesome job, but they're going to be better. They're going to be better at how they parent. They're going to be better at how they run their business. They're going to be wealthier. They're going to be more caring. They're going to be more engaged. I see this. I see this person. I know who I want to be 3 years from now. And that's my hero, because you know why? I can never be Malcolm. I can never be Elon Musk. I can never be Martin. I can never be any of those people that I look at and admire for the things that they've done that gave them their place in this world. But you know who I can be? I can be that guy 3 years from now. I can be every bit of him. 100%. So that's my hero. That's something I can strive for. I don't want a hero that I can never achieve to. Now I can sit up and say I have heroes that I want to have the same impact in life they have, not in the same way, but the same level of impact. I want to leave my imprint. So those guys are heroes too. But my number one is that guy I'm becoming. I like him. Oh man, that's what drives me. That's what I'm driving for. And when I get to that person and I become that person, my hero will then become the person 3 years down. I've been doing this my life. I've been chasing me, the better version of me. That's what you got to do. If you want something greater, you got to become greater. That's what this is about. So after you evaluate and calibrate, then that's it. So in the 6-week period of time, we're going to cover all of those phases starting at day one, and we're going to measure it. We're going to ask ourselves some real hard questions. We're going to sit up and we're going to look. We're going to have a specific plan of movement, and we're going to get there. But it's going to take commitment. This isn't for everybody. It's going to take commitment. And I'm telling you right now, so we can be clear, I'm looking for people who are serious. And so you understand this program is $1,500, which is a fraction of what my platinum package costs, which is $10,500. That's a 52-week program. You're getting this intensified program, which actually takes a lot more energy because I'm building into it. And there's no, you're literally like, hey, this is boot camp. This is dream boot camp is what it is. This is dream. This is like, hey, basic training. Let's go make it. Let's go happen. And so it's extremely intense and defined. But we get out there, and I'm going to give you everything I got, but I'm going to expect everything for you. So it isn't for everybody, but there's some people out there that are ready to change their lives. Now, if you are, the link to do so is in the box. Now, just for those who are sitting up going, man, forget all that. I'm ready to go all out, man. For whatever reason, I'm ready to buy in. I'm ready to go out. I want to do a whole year. That link for the platinum package is in there as well. But this is really about the Savage in 6 program. People came to me and said, look, I can't do 12 weeks. I can't do 18 weeks. I can't do 52 weeks. You got anything small? I'm like, no, I have one session. My single sessions are $350. And, I've done some pretty awesome things with people in one sitting. It's amazing what you can do when you know what you're looking for. But to sit up and talk about, well, I'm trying to get you. If I turn you loose, you're gone. You're building momentum. But guess how you build momentum? You build momentum through movement. You don't build momentum by sitting there talking about what you want. You build momentum by movement. You sit up and you start going towards something. You hit a couple of bumps, but you keep moving. Eventually, you build a little momentum. The beautiful thing about momentum is the next time you hit a bump, it doesn't slow you down as much. You build up even more momentum. You hit a bump, you just move straight through it. You start to find out a lot of your progression becomes more fluid when you build momentum, but you got to take action first. A bunch of you are sitting around waiting for the perfect opportunity, and it does not exist. There's no such thing as a perfect opportunity. There's no such thing as waiting on the right time. The right time is the moment that you know something needs to be done. You start taking action immediately. You don't set it to the side. Your future is far too important to be sitting on the side and on the back burner. Your future is far too important for you to be sitting up there saying, well, when this is over with, when you got a life to live, and your life started the moment you were born. It didn't start after you get through with the kids, after you get through with this. You got to start building something. And you got to understand, you're setting an example for the kids. Are you teaching the kids how to take action? Or are you teaching the kids how to procrastinate, how to make excuses, how not to do something? Set the example. Go out. Am I telling you you're not going to bump your head? Nope, didn't say that one time. Am I telling you it's going to be easy? Definitely didn't say that. What I said was, if you apply yourself, if you become committed, if you set your mind solely on something and you manage your thoughts, you manage your speech, you download a program that says I can into your psyche, your subconscious, nothing in this world can stop you. That's what I will tell you. So again, if you're serious about doing this, there it is right there. I'm ready to work with you and get you scheduled within a week and start it within a week. So if you're talking about today, this time next week, you will have already had your first session. You will have your homework. You will have everything in front of you need to do, and you set out to do it. I mean, literally, you can go from here. I've done it before with clients that I've worked with. You can go from being right here to already in a new space in your life in that 6 weeks. A new career, starting a business. Is so much that you can do just by shifting. It's not that it's easy, but it's simply a responsive mechanism in the universe based on how you're thinking and how you're moving. And the universe has no choice but to respond. You've got to set things in motion. And so that's that. So if you're serious and you're ready to do this thing, there's the link. If you really, really want to go hard in the paint, come join what we're doing on the platinum level and get your 1-year plan. And let's talk about what you're going to look like a year from now. But if not, let's start with the 6 weeks and make something happen. On that note, I'm out of here. I've got some other things to do, but I look forward to talking to you guys and sharing with you guys even more. I'm out of here.